Hi everyone, it's Alan here once again. Sorry no video today, but um yeah. And the reason why I'm making this video is to alert people to what's going on. I've been getting up over the past few weeks, well it's been going on for quite some time actually. Hello, this is a call from Amazon. Yeah. Yeah, call from Amazon. That's a BS phone call. The only time you should really interact with Amazon is when you're actually making a call to Amazon, because we've been getting a lot. I mean, a lot of nuisance phone calls, and what they've been doing is they've been doing something called spoofing, spoofing certain telephone numbers. There was a story in the Manchester Evening News about this, and what the scammers had done, they'd spoofed I think it was one of Greater Manchester's police stations. They managed to spoof Greater Manchester Police's one of Greater Manchester's police stations' phone numbers. And what happened was they turned round and said, "Hello, this is Greater Manchester Police here, calling. Reason why we're calling today is to inform you've got an outstanding fine that you haven't paid. We can do it now over the phone, or and we can get it sorted that way. But I'll tell you something, very heavy set Asian, no bias towards Asian people, but it was, a very thick Asian accent who answered the phone. Who answered the phone when they did this call back, and later on that day, somebody got a phone call from them and rung Greater Manchester Police up and said, "Well, I've just had you ringing. Is this right? You want me to ring and pay a fine?" And the police officer on the other end of the phone said, "No, we haven't rung you." And I said, "Well, I got it was this number that rung me." And he goes, "Oh, that's funny. And he said, "Just hang on a minute. I'll just have a look at reports." And there it was in the reports. Somebody had been spoofing Greater Manchester's police number. So, it goes to show it happens to a law enforcement, and it's just one of those things. So be careful, folks, when you answer the phone. When they're saying they're from X, Y, Z. The best way to combat that is not to take calls from people you don't know. Have caller ID and stuff, and do it that way. Then you can cut down the number of bogus calls. And when something does ring up, and you don't recognise it, well, you just leave it, let it go to answer phone. Another way of combating it is letting it go to answer phone. If you have a answer phone on your phone and you just do not feel like answering the phone, just let it go to answering machine. If it is important, they'll ring back later on. But thought to let you know that that this is happening, and it's happening more often. Be on your guard, folks, because these people are just out to part you with your money, that's all. And we've had several in one day, and it does get a little bit annoying. And but the other thing is, we went out today. I thought I was thinking of filming it, but not really. I was a bit. I had my hands full, shall we say, because my mum was with me, and we were going round B&M bargains and home bargains, and you can't really. You have to be careful with those sorts of places, because they don't like you filming inside their premises, and it could have made things a little bit difficult, so I didn't shoot a video today, but except for this video that I'm doing now. Hopefully, if things are okay tomorrow, I might do a bit of filming. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Also, some more news. It looks like Capita and BBC are going to start preying on the 75-year-olds again after the 19th of July. I'm not happy about it, because really they've contributed quite a lot to make this country great. You know what I mean? There are some even older people, who really deserve a free TV licence. Also, I also hear Mr. Lineker has now got a contract from ITV doing a game show, and I think that was done by, I can't remember his name, but he has a channel on YouTube about TV license letters and stuff like that. I can't remember the name of the channel, but it's looking like the government's not going to be doing very much about it. So back to Gary Lineker once again. I know he infuriates me, I tell you. He's now signed up for doing a quiz show for ITV, which is BBC's competitor. And you never know, BBC might be even making it for ITV. So, I really do feel that the TV license for over 75s should basically disappear, because parts of the BBC are a private entity, making productions for other people like Netflix and and that. Talking about Netflix, there's going to be some good new series coming to Netflix very soon. Disney Plus are having some mini series. Also, they've got a new series of the villain Loki. You know who he was? Thor's brother, who turned out rather bad. So, you know, it was just one of those things. That's being made. Loki's being made for Disney Plus. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that, because those companies are gonna have to get content from somewhere. The Doctor Who saga goes on, and we'll just have to see what happens with that. Is Jodie Whittaker going to leave? Well, we'll soon find out, sooner or later. Because I don't really watch BBC at all, because, it's a bit, shall we say, crap. And one of the other things the BBC could do, really, is get rid of a few of the radio stations, like BBC Lancashire, BBC Merseyside, BBC Cumbria. It could be that could all be merged to a service called BBC Northwest, which would cover Manchester and all that lot, all the northern regions, instead of having one for Lancashire, one for Cumbria, one for Merseyside, one for Manchester. You call it BBC Northwest, and just have it in one place, and you won't need the places you won't need the studios like BBC Radio Lancashire anymore. They could sell that building off and use it for something useful, and that's what they could do with it. It would save them a hell of a lot of money, and to be truthful, you don't really need a transmission tower anymore, because a lot of people get their news and radio through something called Freeview, and there's been some news about Freeview as well of late. Freesat has bought. There's another company called. There was a company called Freesat. Freesat is a free satellite service that uses Astra's satellites. Well, that company has now bought Freeview, and what they're going to do is combine the two, so that they can provide more TV channels to customers, and extend the number of channels. But what you have to have for that is a hybrid box, which, if I remember too rightly, they're going to start making fewer of those, because people can get some of the channels on satellite instead, and also they're also looking at streaming some of the channels as well, of which it will be a three-way box that you'll get, which plugs into your router, and you'll also have one that goes in to your satellite and one that goes in to your TV aerial. And then what the box will basically do is combine all the three channels. And when new channels come along, you press a button on your box. It realigns all the channels. It scans all the channels, and then puts them in order and everything. And it's a piece of software that's on the that goes onto the Freeview, but onto the combined services box. But a lot of those, they won't produce so many of those, because what they're hoping to do is you to get a smart TV, and the aerial, you'll plug the aerial in as normal, and you plug your RJ45 into the back of the TV, right? Of which it'll pull a mixture of the channels from the RJ45, your internet connection, and also from the aerial connection. And when it does that on the TV, let's say if you want to just keep it on the TV, right? It'll combine the two, and with the specialist Freeview, I don't know what they're going to call the name of the company, but that's what they're going to do. And that's one of the things that, as I said, what they're going to do about it. But you'll be able to, and that's another thing, is the capability of recording might disappear. But then again, you just put a hard drive there, and or something that can record too. That I'm not too clear about, but as soon as I find out, I'll let you know. And that's what's happening with that. Yeah. So one or two things of what I was doing. As I said, I was walking around Whitebirk with my mum, doing some looking around, doing as I said, we went to Home Bargains first, then we went to B&M, and I was going to go into Food Warehouse, but there's nothing really we wanted in there, so we got in the car and left, and went to Tesco, where my mum got one or two items from, because they were at the time they were having a clearance. There's something going on at Tesco at the moment, because they've sealed a part off. I really do think that they're going to be adding something there. I know they already have a petrol station there, but something could be going there. But nobody's really saying anything. You never know. It might be a Timson's like where you get your keys and everything cut, so that you can just drive up to it. But the other thing is, I've been hearing they might be putting a drive-through there. That's one of the other rumours that I've been hearing. So that I don't know which franchise it's going to be, but that's one of the things that I've been hearing. So what I am going to do now, I'm going to bugger off, and I'd like to give a shout out to all the usual suspects. Helen's Crowd Loud and Proud. Crap, I missed the fish and chip where he went for his fish and chips. Also, I like to give a big massive shout out to Take on the Walk on the Wild Side. Also, I'd like to take the opportunity to say I really enjoyed your last video. Also, I'd like to say a big massive shout out to PT Vlogs. I just saw the last fairground vlog that you did. You were pretty brave going on that Super Bowl on your own. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it. A matter of fact, I would have been throwing up by then. And you went on. I think it was the last second to last. It was, and he took Theo on the wall. So that was one of them that I saw. Yeah, and I'm glad. Beyond the Edge, thank you for the footage that you've been putting up of late. The World Core. Well, it's not the World Core site anymore. It's the Holiday Inn site and tram terminus. Yeah, really enjoyed that video. Beyond the Edge, really good. Also, I'd like to thank Blackpool and Beyond for some of his videos as well. And who else was there? Oh yeah, Visit Found Coast. Really enjoyed their video, their blog. Who else was there? Oh yeah, Leica. She did a good video as well. And who else was there? Old Blackpool Biker, that's it. Yeah. Well, I think that's it. Right. Oh, something else. Really, what I'd like to see happen in Blackpool is for all those old dilapidated hotels to go and, be replaced by something modern. Everybody knows my view on high-rise buildings, and I think Blackpool should have some, because to be truthful, I really do feel that it could do with some. But people say, oh, the block out the view of the tower and all that sort of stuff. Well, if you want to view the tower, go, go and stand next to it, Yeah. Because there's loads, I'll tell you the truth, there's bigger tower blocks than that. Really big. Yeah. Talking about tower blocks, Preston started doing a 15-storey tower block. At this moment in time, they're just putting the rebar into the. They've got a big crane there at the moment, and they're knocking rebar into the ground, and everything, getting all the drainage ready for it, for the 15 story flats. But to tell you the truth, I think they should really go a lot higher. You know, I think they should really go up to 30 floors, or maybe 56. Because if they went to 56, you know, you'd get a right good view from the top. And, yeah. Because that would be a money view. An absolute money view. And they could charge a lot more for the flats that are higher up. And so that they can see, you know, further out. Well, I'm going to get going because I think I've said enough now, and I'm going to, well, go and make myself something to drink, and hopefully I'll put another video up tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Well, so it's 3, 2, 1, click.